Genuine Ford and Motorcraft parts offer advantages over many aftermarket competitors and are key in making your vehicle's fuel and emission system function properly. Let's review how a fuel system works on a vehicle. A primary input in a vehicle's fuel system is the throttle position sensor, which electronically communicates the throttle's angle to the vehicle's powertrain control module, or PCM, which in turn regulates the fuel and ignition systems. The idle air control valve, sometimes referred to as the throttle air bypass valve, provides the precise amount of air to maintain proper engine operation under varying conditions, when commanded to do so by the powertrain control module. The mass airflow sensor, or MAF, measures the air entering the engine to determine the most efficient air and fuel mixture to achieve a clean burn. The fuel pump delivers fuel from the tank to the injectors, or carburetor. A sender in the fuel tank monitors the fuel level and transmits this information to the fuel gauge. In a modular fuel pump, the sender is built into the pump unit and located in the fuel tank. The fuel pressure regulator ensures the gas enters the fuel injector at the right pressure. Fuel injectors spray fuel into the intake manifold or cylinders, depending on whether the engine is central fuel injection or multi-port injection. The powertrain control module is the heart of the system. It monitors and controls the ignition, emission, fuel injection, and automatic transmission. A vehicle's emission system includes a PCV, or positive crankcase ventilation valve, that controls the recirculation of blow-by gases from the engine crankcase, venting these gases into the intake manifold for combustion. An EGR, or exhaust gas recirculator valve, recirculates some of the engine's exhaust gases back into the intake manifold to be reburned, thus reducing emissions. An upstream and downstream oxygen sensor monitor oxygen content in the exhaust gases. Depending on where the oxygen sensor is located, it could be a heated exhaust gas oxygen sensor, or HEGO, or an unheated EGO sensor. The powertrain control module uses information from these sensors to optimize the precise air-fuel combination to achieve maximum efficiency during the combustion process. Motorcraft fuel and emission parts benefit from the same characteristics that define all other Motorcraft parts. Genuine Ford and Motorcraft fuel and emissions parts are built to stringent Ford Motor Company specifications, specifications that competitors don't have. The competition must take Ford parts, break them down, and re-engineer them, guessing at what the specifications are. Motorcraft fuel and emissions parts are designed to specific applications for individual Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury models, unlike many competitors which consolidate part numbers for numerous vehicles, both Ford and non-Ford. That can lead to compromises in engine performance, emission compliance, and efficiency. Customers could notice sluggish engine performance, engine knock or ping, poor starting or acceleration, poor communication with the vehicle's electronic components, and reduced fuel economy. From an installer perspective, that may mean more shop comebacks, lost productivity, and reduced profitability. Not only does that compromise performance and efficiency, but some of the competition's one-size-fits-all philosophy often means shop technicians need to spend more time making the part fit on the vehicle. That equates to lost money for installers and technicians. On the other hand, Motorcraft's bolt-on fit can mean faster, easier repairs, and more satisfied customers. Finally, only Motorcraft fuel and emissions parts benefit from the continuous improvement process Ford design engineers use to incorporate ongoing upgrades. Now let's take a look at the advantages of some specific Motorcraft fuel and emissions parts. Motorcraft mass airflow sensors are built to Ford OE specifications, which means they work in harmony with other vehicle emission sensors and the PCM. That also means a perfect fit for the installer, as well as optimum performance, fuel economy, and emissions measurements. Here's an analysis of how Motorcraft mass airflow sensors perform versus an aftermarket competitor. You can see the Motorcraft specs, which the Motorcraft sensor consistently exceeds. Not so for this particular competitor. Likewise, Motorcraft fuel pumps don't just match Ford original equipment quality, they are Ford original equipment. These Motorcraft pumps are the same as the ones that go into new Ford vehicles. That means they are built specifically for the vehicle they are designed for. Each pump has an exact flow rate and operating pressure to meet the requirements of that individual car or truck. The check valve design and outlet fitting configurations are exact, not a one-size-fits-all approach like some aftermarket competitors. Maximum performance and efficiency is ensured by the single-stage turbine design. And the precision-balanced armature provides low noise, vibration, and harshness. Motorcraft pumps provide reliable volume and pressure in all conditions, with exceptional hot handling capability through the full operating range. And since each fuel pump is made for a specific vehicle, customers can be sure of accurate fuel level readings. The fact that Motorcraft fuel pumps are application-specific is obviously important from a functional and quality standpoint. They are easily installed with no assembly or splicing required, and Motorcraft quality can mean less chance of a costly comeback or more shop time. But there are still more significant Motorcraft advantages for installers and fleet technicians. Here's design engineer Phil Hines to describe the potential problems with some competitive fuel pumps.
Well, they could have problems with fit and finish. One example would be the flange may not seal properly to the tank and they could end up with a leak there. In addition to that, there's repair time that's added to change components out. If you buy just the pump, then you have to change over your tubes, the flange, the sending unit, and that costs time. That's added time that may or may not be included in the book time for changing that repair. Let's take a look at the instruction sheets that come with this nationally known brand name. As you can see, it's been designed to be a generic pump that fits many applications. And by doing that, they end up having to delete most of the components, so you have to reuse them from your old one. When you convert all them parts over, that costs you a lot of extra labor time that may not be included in your book time for doing that installation. What appears initially to be a cost save by getting just the pump and not having to buy the whole fuel delivery module can actually cost a lot more money. When you add the extra labor charges in there to change over all the components, that pump will end up costing more than buying the full fuel delivery module.
Clearly, Motorcraft has designed their fuel pumps with the installers in mind, helping them get the job done right the first time, every time. Motorcraft also has a complete line of EGR valves and gasoline fuel injector assemblies that offer similar features and benefits. Another important component in the emissions system is the oxygen sensor. The primary benefits of Motorcraft oxygen sensors are exact fit harnesses with no splicing required, OE connectors which ensure proper fit and conductivity, and vehicle-specific tolerances that ensure maximum performance, emissions compliance, and fuel economy. Finally, with so much fuel continually going through a vehicle system, a major maintenance challenge is keeping the system clean. Motorcraft pressurized fuel injector cleaner and fuel injection cleaning kits safely remove deposits from fuel injectors and combustion chamber areas, effectively resolving drivability concerns caused by harmful buildup. The cleaner and the kit have wide vehicle application, 100% of Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury products, and many other domestic and import vehicles. They work on both central and multi-port electronic fuel injection systems. They are easy to use with an illustrated instruction manual containing step-by-step connection and cleaning procedures. And the kit has everything you need: seals, washers, regulator diaphragms, and dust caps. And all the components are reorderable. Another strength for Motorcraft fuel and emissions products is product line depth. The Motorcraft brand includes a wide range of fuel and emissions products for virtually all Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury products on the road today. Here's what we're talking about. This is a list of fuel and emission parts sold by Motorcraft. Other manufacturers can't match the product depth Motorcraft provides. They may cherry-pick the high-volume applications, but to be sure you have coverage for any Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury product, you can be confident that Motorcraft has the part you need. Genuine Ford and Motorcraft fuel and emissions parts provide excellent quality and overall value with Ford engineering-approved specifications that may translate into less downtime and fewer comebacks. Our parts are designed and built for specific vehicle applications, so they are easier to install. They are backed by an outstanding warranty, along with a national network of dealers with factory-trained technicians, all at competitive prices.